Hello, hello. Hi, Carol. I see one, but I don't know who's here. Hello. Italian Princess, hello. How is the audio? Hey, Carol. Sure is taking a while for it to load my chat. There we go.
This one?
All right, there's 5 of us. You got to keep it down. That's good. That's good. I just had to do an upgrade on the phone. I told you guys I was going to get a Stylo 6, but we tried to get it to work this morning and it wouldn't. So turn it down. So we messed around and did an upgrade at Metro and got something completely different. So, but it works okay. I just wanted to see how the sound quality was and see how everybody's doing since I'm live. So, how is everyone doing? We've got Nina and Italian and Carol. There's 5 of us, which one of them's probably Uncle Deuce lurking. What event? The retreat? I am too, because I can't remember which one it is that's always in chat and can't hear me very well, but I wanted to go ahead and fix it because when I get down to the meet and greet, I don't want to have any phone issues. So we had to do a complete upgrade today, but because my phone was unhooked to try to get it to go on the stylo. Oh, okay. That's cool. Well, we actually now are full. We are full. We are full. That is news to me. I found that out this morning. We have got our 15th person, and it wasn't Carol. I could just about shoot her. Oh, thank you, baby. I didn't do anything today. I'm not a makeup person, so I just got up and fixed my hair. I got this. I got excited when I saw it. What do you? Oh yeah. I wish you guys, if nothing else, I wish people was close enough to come down and spend the day with us. But that's a lot of people. That's a long way to go for such a short time. No, I was just hoping you would plug it. Carol, honestly, I was hoping you would get it. Nina Rice says, Uncle Deuce seems like he's a lot of fun. He has me cracking up last night. He had me cracking up on Glory Be stream. Deuce is just, y'all, I promise, all jokes aside, Deuce is just the same in person that he is in chat. He doesn't, I didn't realize, of course, until I saw him on a Skype call, what he looked like. And he was a handsome little devil, but I was surprised because you would think he's just a clown and would look like a clown, but no, that's not the way it went. And the rest is history. He can consider himself taken because there won't ever be. He won't ever be without me. If we can do it, and keep it right, this is where I want to be. And of all places I could have met him, I met him in a freedom movement. Isn't that some crazy mess? But yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. What matters to me above all else is how he treats me. And he is good to me every day. All right. You have a good day, Italian. Appreciate you stopping by. I just wanted to go live long enough for everybody to get a good listen into the new sound system. Carol, I think you're mad at me and you just don't want to tell me. Either that or you busy, because I cannot catch you on the phone for nothing. Chris, turn that mess off and do your writing. No, turn it off and do some writing. That's not the kind of music I want to listen to. You can turn it off. So, it's been crazy. It's been crazy here too, especially with that trip to Georgia. It derailed me. It took me almost 3 days to get over a 2-hour flight. But see, it ain't just a 2-hour flight. It's going in the airport. It's dealing with Atlanta Hartsville, and then I missed the plane, and it was just one thing after another, and it was not a cool situation to be in at all. And I was borderline panicking. And then by the time I finally got to Fort Worth, I was so damn tired. The only thing I wanted to do was crash. So, but yeah, I'm not going to keep the live. I just wanted to go live long enough, really, so you guys could, we could test it out. I wanted to test the phone out on StreamYard and see how it was going to do. And it runs about consistent with the other one. The chat is the same because I got you pulled up on the old phone just watching the chat because the computer's down. So, but it sounds like you guys can hear. We've been live going on 8 minutes. We also need to, I'm going to make a video about it and post it on the page, but we're going to have to do like a meet and greet live here shortly. We got to go over some final plans. I'm glad it sounds good. Because see, my chat on the phone that I'm streaming on now has just quit. It hadn't quit. It's still the last one I see is no, it's been crazy by Carol. And there's one message by Carol that isn't on the screen. It hasn't moved. That concerns me because it puts me behind in the chat a little bit. Okay, wait. Here we go. I wish y'all would have a meet and greet in Hagerstown. Oh, Lord. You know, that's like enemy territory. Hagerstown, not so bad, but memories there, not so good. Some of them, I don't know. We couldn't even get them. We couldn't even get participants off the couch to come to the standoff or to the protest. I guarantee you, we're probably not going to be able to get nobody off their butts to come to a daggum meet and greet. And we would literally have to find like an Airbnb to do it. Of course, Deuce is really, really wanting to go down to the J6 visual. So we might could work it out, but let's get this meet and greet out of the way first. This phone is called a, let's see, it is a T-Mobile REVVL 6 Pro. That's what it is. Yep, I'm the same way. And not only that too, but like down to the point that when I was in DC, there was kind of like an evil undertone, if you want to call it that. It was kind of different, like an uneasy feeling. Just, no matter how hard I tried, there's no way in hell I could ever call Washington, D.C. home. But I was the same way when I went back to my hometown. When I went back to my hometown to bury my mom, it was like an evil presence, like a demonic shield or veil almost. It's very different. Hi, Miss Third. How are you? We're testing out a new phone with the live. What you think? See her? There it goes. There's her message. No, I mean DC is like, and then it does no good to go to DC. You get to DC, there's nothing in DC but a bunch of damn terrorists. Our daggum Congress and Senate sure as hell don't seem to be there. Awesome. It's about time. Everybody kept talking about how muffled it was, and I've done everything, even down to when I went to my dad's in Georgia. I got his air machine and blew it out, thinking maybe it would help. And I've done everything I can to not make an upgrade, although Deuce has been telling me for, I know, 2 or 3 months. Not much, Red Cactus. What's going on? Oh, and Red Cactus, by the way, I have figured out why I never know that you're live. And that's because, yes, I'm subscribed to you, but I forgot to turn my notification bell on, or either it turned it off for me, one of the two. So, no, I went ahead and just upgraded my phone because I was getting complaints about the volume. And since Deuce and I are really going to try to make this work, I want good quality sound and video. It's not just something that we want to just say, well, we'll make do with it. Well, I may do with it until it just became an issue. The same person just repeatedly kept saying, I cannot hear you. So I'd rather not deal with it. Yep. So, well, yeah, I mean, and like every time I set Glory Bees, it gets undone. Every single time I set Glory Bees, I lose it. I mean, it's like I won't get a notification coming to my phone for her at all. Not at all. You guys hit that like button for me. I know most of you are mods or either channel owners, so y'all know how it goes. But I got you guys up in StreamYard, and that's what I use. That's what I actually read my chat and everything on. And but I've got, they really do. They really do. And then like the crap that they were doing during the convoy was just unheard of. How are you going? This is the part that I don't get. How can people sit back and watch other people be ridiculed or made fun of or pointed out or made to be the center of everything because they don't agree with you, or y'all may not like the same things, but does that mean that as a society we have a right to ostracize anyone for being different? Because if that's the case, we might as well get prepared to kick out about 80% of Americans, because we got some weird folks in this country. You go to some of these bigger cities like New York and Washington and other places, and you might see something walking down the street. You still never figure out what exactly it is. I guess it's too loud for Third. She says, I'm muting it. My oldest son, or my middle, my problem child, let's put it that way. He got in trouble at school and has to start going to alternative school, and it's taken them forever to get it situated. Thank you. That's what I wanted to know. Oh, I got her. And Deuce is getting all excited about the meet and greet. But Deuce, Deuce is really, I know this would probably shock some people, but I think he's borderline antisocial, honestly. Um, he deals with his people well. You better there ain't no way. You better have all of it, and it better be written out.
Bet.
I don't believe it, because you wasn't nowhere close this morning. All right, we'll see. I'm losing all my folks. I don't see how I'm ever going to get enough people to subscribe to this channel that's going to watch an old lady with white hair try to be cool for the camera. This is bad. That's what's up, Carol. I got you. When I got home, I went ahead and got it up on the charger and got it in the pedestal. I was fixing to get ready to go live. And when I went to go live, I thought about it, and I was like, I just rode in the car to Dallas and back. Hadn't had a cigarette since I've been home. Let me smoke a cigarette real quick before I go live. So I went out and smoked a cigarette and then came back in and decided to talk to y'all. Yeah. It does. And even if you are like in the Freedom Movement's chats constantly, because there's not like when TPC was rolling, they had all live streamers were kind of usually there together, and they would all like multi-stream the same stuff, if not all of them streaming, like when Santa would do meetings and stuff. And so since that's left, it's kind of hard to get enough people in one spot to really get the subs we need. Now, if Santa did a rally, or maybe Santa went karaoke or something like that, we could draw in a lot of people and get the link out there for all of us. But as we grow, we'll draw attention other places. So we're going to start reaching out too and doing some things in our community. So hopefully our subs will come on up. And then when it gets up to where, we can, I want to wait really to go over the road till we can get monetized. Because once we can get monetized, and I have Cash App now, but it really isn't costing me anything to sit at home and stream. So I don't push it too much. But when we get the ability to get monetized, I will, because we'll do more. It really is. And then you got to have something hip and fresh and new. And so what I want to do is work right now in these days when we're still trying to get all of our subs, and see, I pay for StreamYard, so they can't just kick me off. I have like unlimited amounts of videos because I actually pay a subscription, and I went ahead and did that so that me and Deuce will have a backup of our stuff in case something happened and YouTube shut us down. We've got backup videos with StreamYard, and they could easily be just reposted. So but we definitely, one of my on my bucket list for the channel is to go to California and check out the portal, and I want to do it live. And there'll be enough people live, hopefully by then, that if I get arrested, you guys can make sure I get out of jail. Well, I wanted the free one too, but here's the thing, and this is the big thing that I noticed. Number one, they kind of put you on a limit. And number two, they don't provide a backup for your stuff. So I think my fee ended up being, turn it down, $25, I want to say, a month. And they, like I said, they keep a hard copy of every live. Carol's back. So I use StreamYard, but I went ahead and paid the minimum so we can back the videos up, because all you got to do is speak freedom just right, and they'll close your channel down. This is a piece of crap that I've been using to talk to you guys on all this time. This is my poor little jacked up phone. When I took it out of the case up there at Metro, cake mix come out of this phone everywhere. Because I told the lady, I said it's damaged, but it's icky. Ugh. But it would take some jam up pictures, but that's all it was good for. I promise. This phone was never good for anything else. Never. So Prism does that for me. It keeps all of my sunrise streams. And see, but now, Red Cactus, do you pay for Prism, or is it also free? Because the only way to get StreamYard to back your crap up was through the subscription. And Deuce has Prism on the laptops and stuff, but I've been using StreamYard since day one, and I've gotten used to how you set it up. I'm familiar now with the lives and going in there and setting them up and getting in the studio and all the whole 9 yards. And now that I've gotten used to it, I just don't want to try to learn something new. I'd rather just pay my little money and have my backup and be done with it. Well, to be honest with you, the computer has the best chat as far as watching the chat. But I tell you what, I'm going to send you in the back. Why? Because you need to just put it on a playlist and let it play. You can't sit here and act like you're on the radio trying to record music and stuff like they did back in the day. This ain't going to be no DJ jam session. Dadgum kids. But now I like to watch the live chat on the computer, but Deuce has told me his password. I don't know how many times, but I can't ever remember it. So computer's off and it can stay off. DJ jam session. I'm serious. This kid thinks he's got to have the best of everything right now. And his little ass is in trouble. So I have finally retired my Nokia. Do you know they tried to sell me another Nokia today? I was like, oh no, I won't ever buy another one. You can forget it. Right. That makes sense. I don't know though. We've had such mild weather here, and then like it'll be warm for about 4 days, and then you'll wake up the next one morning and it's just boom down way low. So you can't trust the weather in Texas either. It ain't no better than Georgia. Frick, I forgot something. So hopefully next week we'll be back to a normal schedule where I'll have my days and my mornings and I can get on here and go live and talk to y'all while I have coffee. Be nice, huh? So I'm not real familiar with what kind of phone it is, but it seems like I'm going to like it. It reminds me of my old one. Hey, bipolar weather. Anybody that lives near the water, though, like Aruba being on the coast, and anybody that's got water near them, the temperature is haywire and the weather's haywire. Because 1 minute the sun can be shining and 5 minutes later you're dealing with a dadgum, typhoon. And it don't take long when you're around water either, especially ocean water. Because I said this in a previous live, when you're on the lake where my dad's at, when you get down there on that lake, it might be 100 degrees in the heat, but when you get on that lake, it's going to be comfortable with that wind on it. Yeah, when I went home, Red Cactus, I didn't know how to pack. I didn't know whether to take my flannels or take a combination of two, and me trying to sit everything like Aruba's probably going to do on the way up here, put everything in a daggum backpack and carry one bag. And when you're trying to squeeze all of that into one bag, you ain't going to do very well. It's about time for me to get a haircut again. My hair's starting to get too long to start doing. Keeping it style up, it's starting to get too long. I'm scared to cut it this close to the retreat. I don't want to be bald headed like I was last time. Buddy, did I ever make a mistake on the blade? But my hair grows really fast. So usually, even if it is a little short, it don't bother me because that's one less migraine headache I got. I like the cold weather. You can put on as many clothes as you need to stay warm. You can't take off but so much legally before you go to jail to stay cool. There's laws against that. And not only that too, but there's a good thing that there is laws against it, because there's just some people I don't want to see naked. Nah, no thank you. There's a lot of people in this world that look better with their clothes on. So I couldn't imagine. Well, it's true. I'm real picky about stuff like that. I, always have been. I don't know if I'm a typical female, but the last thing I want to do is sit there and look through the Hustler magazine at the rip and red in the chest and all that. No, that's all right. That's good. See? It's the truth, though. I mean, damn. And some people are ugly enough, Red Cactus, that it don't matter how much alcohol you drink. It doesn't matter how much weed you smoke or how much LSD you trip on or mushroom tea you drink. Nothing's going to make them any cuter. Those stuff like that causes physical scars. Physical scars that you can never get out of your mind, no matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. You can go to the best psychotherapist there is. They are not going to be able to make you forget that image. No, thank you. And see, me being that I'm the type of person I am, they don't want to ask me what I think because I will tell them. And then we will get in a fight. There's like 5 or 6 things maybe in this lifetime. Okay, so, and I'll prove a point right now. Question to the room. What is the one thing that will turn you into a complete raven, crazy ass mad woman in 20 seconds flat? And it doesn't really matter where it happens at. But I'm just saying, come on, ladies. I know y'all are in here. We've got Carol, Red Cactus, Third was in here. There's 6 people in here, so I can get 6 answers, dadgummit. Hey, Chris, put on Big Show for me. Carol says someone lied to me and being a bully. Red Cactus says a man, that's what drives me crazy. Oh yeah, we have to be crazy even to get with one. What the hell? I wonder how many times in the past 4 months has Deuce sat back going, why did I do this to myself? Because there's damn sure been some times when I've been dealing with the boys acting out because now they've got a man over them, you know, and they're wigging out because they're used to being able to get away with a bunch of shit. And now they got somebody with an extra set of eyes plus 2 neighbors who don't mind being nosy and getting in everything. So, and sometimes we want them there. And Red Cactus says, I don't have one right now. I would think mine would be, and this is what I figured I would see from the mamas, is anybody messes with my kids. Anybody messes with my kids, you mess with my kids, you mess with my man, or you mess with our house, and all hell's going to break loose. If you try to come up in here on mine, prepare yourself for what will be happening. Because you will limp out or you will be rolled out on 4 wheels. With a little baggie around you. To preserve you. So they can figure out how many times it took me to shoot at you to get you. Which shouldn't be but one. Red Cactus says, well, that's a given. I will hurt someone if they even think of touching my daughter. Exactly. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. There's just some things that a woman possesses. And the reason I ask the question is because your children and your man, your husband, your family, your daughters, your sisters, big snow. No, go and put on what I told you.
Big show.
Snow, S-N-O.
Oh.
It's in my playlist. So, I mean, you know, that's the only thing I can think of that would make me as a female blow my complete top is if you mess with Deuce or you mess with my kids or you mess with my Nicholas, you know, which is my oldest son. You mess with any of that and, you know, be prepared for whatever the hell happens. But at that point, I'm just not responsible for my own actions. I don't care what the damn law says.
My neighbors?
Yes. So, you know, I'm really worried about these boys on this weekend retreat. I think they're going to be bored as hell. You know, I don't know if I can trust them to let them loose at the lake and let them go out and have fun and make friends and lollygag around and stuff like that. I don't know if I can trust them to do it. Now we got 9. Somebody just joined us. Hello. You know, and see your kids, and that's the thing. The kids think just because they reach 18, maybe even 21, that we don't need to worry about them no more. I wish it was that easy. I wish we could just say at 18 we just quit giving a damn, but it don't work like that. All right, Carol says. Red Cactus says, how old are they, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, so Nicholas is my first. He is 18. No, excuse me, he's 20. He'll be 20 this year, August 5th. Christopher's the middle child. He just turned 13, January the 7th. And Aiden isn't here yet, but he's the baby, and his birthday is December the 8th, and he'll be 13 this year. So they're the two middle ones are just like neck to neck. For a month, no, for 31 days, they're the same age every year. When Aiden turns on December the 8th, when he turns 13, both of them will be 13 until Chris gets to January the 7th and turns 14. And you know, they think they know everything, and that's the thing. I don't believe this child will ever be in a position where he will look at me and be like, Mom, I think now I understand that's not the right one. Now I understand what you have told me all these many, many moons ago. And I guess some of it will come with them having their own kids. But my boys just, I guess they think it's a fantasy world that I'm making up what life is really like. I said change it. How do you think we got this intelligent? We got this intelligent because we done been through everything that you're trying to go through, that you could imagine ever going through. We did this in a world before cell phones all the time, tablets, games that could just about transport you from one place to the other. I mean, literally, we did this with none of this shit. Yep. And I was the same way. As much as I bitched and fussed about how my mama was a parent, a lot of the way I parent comes from her still. Let's see. I can tell you that when I had my daughter, everything came back that my mama taught me. And Carol says, my boys are 34 and 32. I have 3 grandbabies, 12, 4, and 3. I don't think I'm ever going to have grandbabies. I'm just not. I got 2 of my kids that are choosing to be with transgender males, or either a male in general. So I can't wait till the meet and greet. Because what's the point? Okay, I thought about this too. Me and Deuce talked about it, and I told Deuce, I said, you know what? I said, I'm taking my vodka, I'm taking my music, I'm taking my camcorders and our stuff, our live stuff, and we're taking the big speakers. And when we get there, I'm not fixing to try to be somebody I'm not. Not even if I'm in the mutual company with 15 other patriots, I'm still not going to change who I am. And so for the people who don't like it, we may have a problem because you're going to be around me for 3 days. Anyway, if you can't deal with me in a live, then you probably don't want to be at the retreat with me. It's not no different. But I'm not going to hold back. If I want to take a drink, I'm going to take one. That's right. And then pay them back for everything they did to you. And that's what I hear. That's what I hear. But I think the only shot I got is my middle one. Or the youngest one, excuse me. I'm just, if I don't, I'm good. But the one thing that I wanted in my lifetime that I did not get was a baby girl. And one miscarriage that was also a boy. It just wasn't meant for me to have one, I guess. But it was my biggest regret to this day. And if God gave me an opportunity to have one now, and I could actually pull it off, with being that I'm with Deuce, I can't really think of a better man to have a baby with. But and he damn sure ain't hard on the eyes. So we'd probably make a pretty child. But my prerequisite would be this child could not be like Chris and Aiden. And be my luck, she turned out to be a holy damn terror. I just wanted one baby girl. I could have had all the rest of the boys, but just one girl. Oh, yeah. And we'll see if I ever get one. Now, we got the one thing I will say for this line, you got some good-looking damn men in this group. Taylor Deuce's son, that's a good-looking young man. He looks just like his daddy. And then my son looks just like my daddy and me. Both of them very good-looking kids. And then Aiden, the baby, I don't think people really get a chance to really appreciate how handsome he is because they usually don't look past his eyes. That's the first thing anyone notices is the boy's eye color. You got the prettiest eyes and have the little girls just swooning. I've seen it. It's disgusting. And then he'll try to turn them on me like it's supposed to have some kind of effect, and it doesn't. My neighbors. of all of my business. I say that parties like the meet and greet are to let loose and enjoy and be free, because that's what we're all fighting for, right? Is freedom. So yeah, y'all can keep your walls and your boring lives and your cell phones and computers and laptops and work, and for 3 days just let it loose. So that's my intention. I'm going to enjoy this meet and greet. Oh yes, yes. This boy has got them, because his eyes are cobalt blue on an average day. And if I put a green shirt on him, they'll turn just as green as that shirt is. So in the realm of blue and green, his eyes will shift no matter, depending on what color he actually has on. So, and I've seen it do it. It's crazy. Because when I get him dressed for school, I like to put him, turn that down some. I put him in greens and like forest green and stuff, the darker greens, because they bring out the prettiest shade in his eyes. But when he takes that shirt off, that's it. They'll go right back to blue. Yep, that's it. His eyes aren't green though. His are more hazel. They do change. Sometimes you'll look at them and most of the time they are blue. But if he puts on the right color, they will change to green.
Me?
Aiden. So, and the women, mine are too. There is no mistaking it. Deuce will run around playing that song, Brown Eyed Girl. Although I wanted, hey, Miss Kathy, I wanted something all my life except brown eyes. I would like to have blue, green, anything different, just something different. Carol, who is it that's always in here that has problems hearing, that comments on it? Because when they pop in here, I want to see just how they like the audio. One's got hazel, one's got blue. My oldest has got blue. Aiden's is blue. Chris's are hazel too. So, but most of the time his are dark green. So, I'm not really sure. I can't remember. Even though they popped in several times and said something, I'm not sure which one it was either. But obviously, you guys can hear me a lot better on the new phone. So that's really all I cared about. That, and it did when I would go back and listen to the replays, which I seldom do. But when I do go back and listen to the replays, I can hear the muffledness in the sound. If you don't turn it down, you're going to turn it off. This boy thinks he's a DJ. It may have been, but it looks like we got it fixed. So, all right. I'm fixing to let everybody close out the conversations, and I'm going to get out of here because I got a couple things I got to do before Deuce gets home, and I've been gone for the last 3 hours, I know. Damn, it's 4 o'clock. As a matter of fact, he's going to roll up in here anytime. So, everybody, and you know what I'm fixing to do? I'm fixing to sit down too, just so you guys know. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to make up a whole page of questions. And then one night when we've got a bunch of people in here, we're going to play question again, because that's cool. And I want you guys that if you have a question that you'd like to put in there, y'all just send it to me at thefreedommisfits@gmail.com. We will darn sure do it. It'll be fun. All right. Y'all do that. And Oh, and I did talk to Silly for him this morning. She's doing really, really good. You can't even tell she's went through anything. It's absolutely insane. We did like 5 of them one night. I don't know. Some of you was in here. Some of you may not have been, but we had a lot of fun doing it. And um, just played a little game with it because I want to start getting getting a little bigger with it, and let's get some bigger viewers in here. Yeah, she's doing really good. She said that what was it, that nut? She's a nut, y'all. Anybody that would have surgery and go home on a Friday, and then Saturday she was what did she say she was doing? Hold on. Oh, chasing tornadoes Saturday night. She was being a weather chaser, storm chaser. I had to think for a second, but that's what she told me. I was like, I can't believe you do that. She's like, yeah, I do it. I like it. So I guess she's a little thrill seeker like I used to be. She sure is. But yeah, she's doing really good. And like I said, she bounced right on back. So she seems to be doing really good. But now I tell you somebody who needs our prayers. And that is, hold on, Charlene. Charlene needs our prayers. She has lost, her mom is on hospice, and she's fixing to lose her. But then also a friend of hers that's more like a sister is losing her mama. So the two of them are losing them together. It's kind of weird, but Charlene's going through a lot. No. And the thing that don't make no sense to me is there's some people that, and see, I called Charlene this morning. She was on my mind for some reason. And when I talked to her, I could tell something wasn't right as soon as she answered the phone, and she was telling me about what was going on. But they've called in hospice. But what is getting me is the second I hear the word hospice. Okay, the second you hear the word hospice, what comes to mind? Tell me, chat, one at a time. Turn it down. Turn it down. When you hear the word hospice, what do you think? While I'm waiting on my chat to update, I'll be right back. I was going to close it out, but I want to see what you guys got to say about this. Exactly. Red Cactus said someone is not going to make it. Kathy says not long to live. Carol says going to Jesus. Kathy says frozen. But I mean, but she's talking like the family just doesn't get it, like they're expecting her to recover. And when she herself is saying, yeah, it's my time. You know, she knows, she seems to know, because I asked Charlene that. I said, does she know that her time's up? And she's like, yeah, she knows. Everybody else is in denial, but she knows. So that's the way I feel about it, y'all. I just, you know, the ones and we've got so many people in our Freedom family that is suffering. We have so many people in the Freedom family that literally, because they stood up for freedom, has lost everything. Everything. But I also heard that Camp Freedom is starting to move J6ers in next week. They said that they're going to start setting them up because they've lost everything. When they come out of jail, they're losing everything. They've already lost it. They have nothing. So they're starting it up. They even got electricity and the whole 9 yards. And I thought that was awesome. And it's for all like-minded people. I heard this morning that Patriot Q and them is behind most of that. So that must be that little campground that they've been working on since the split. They don't want to. All right, Ray Cactus, go ahead, do what you got to do. I mean, it was unprepared, unscheduled. I'm not ever going to schedule it, and if I do, it's going to be like me calling Carol, going, "We're going live in just a few minutes," just so you know. Unless there's something major coming up, and people don't want to accept it. It's like, I mean, you know, how much more evidence do you need? Because there's going to come a time when your Patriot family is all you have. You know, the like-minded individuals who stick together and say the hell with it if you don't like the way I think, those are the ones that's going to have to stick together, and they will. And that's what gets me. They will. You have a good afternoon, Red. They will stick together. And if the Patriots would get it through their skull, but if you go down to the lawn or you served with them or you stood with them, it's a whole different ball game. And so many of us have been there. Carol's been there. I've been there. I'm pretty sure Ray. I'm sure everybody in here's been there. And if they haven't, it ain't because they just didn't want to go. It's because they just couldn't go. So. But yeah, we just I don't feel like we're in a position anymore where we can just sit back and go, well, we'll save it for the next generation. Because thanks to the World Economic Forum and Klaus Schwab and their GBs and all their mandates, the population of the earth is going to be like reduced drastically because of all of this, because one of the side effects is sterility. I know he's always doing something. Okay, we'll let everybody, because everybody's kids is coming home, including mine, in 30 minutes. So we'll go ahead and close it out. You guys finish up your conversations. Thank you so much for your love and likes. I didn't even check to see what I had. So I'm going to check the page and see what's going on and see how many we got. But you guys keep working with us. We're going to get it up. We're going to get it up. And Aiden will be here in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to close it out. I got to get Chris on task and let him finish up this little bit of stuff he's got to do. And we got to cook dinner and everything. So we'll catch you guys in a little while. Y'all take care and y'all be safe.